Hi there, my name is James Yan and I will be presenting topic 25, acids and bases being used for many familiar products such as stomach antacids and the etching of metals. Acids and bases are everywhere in our lives. We find them in the workplace, at home, just about anywhere. People use acids such as vinegar, beer, or aspirin every day. The same goes for bases. Whenever you're using oven cleaner, soap, and stomach antacids, realize that you're using a base. Acids and bases have many properties that we can take advantage of, such as to etch metals, flavor foods, and relieve stomach pain, and even power our cars. But first off, let me explain what the acids and bases are. Acids are substances that produce hydrogen ions in aqueous solutions. They taste sour, conduct electricity, and they react with carbonate compounds and active metals. Bases are substances that produce hydroxide ions in aqueous solutions. They taste bitter, they also conduct electricity, and they have a slippery feel. A pH scale is often used to measure the concentration of hydronium ions in a solution on a logarithmic scale from 0 to 14. This is a pH scale with many common acids and bases plotted on it. This hydronium ion is what determines the pH of a solution. Because the pH scale is logarithmic, a solution with pH 8 would be 100 times more basic than a solution with pH 6. Now that we know about acids, bases, and the pH scale, let's get on to familiar products that are acids and bases. Lemons and oranges have citric acid in them. Citric acid is also used in soaps and laundry detergents. Its ability to chelate allows it to be used in many cleaning products and even dissolve rust from steel. Citric acid can even be used in shampoo to wash out the wax and coloring from the hair. There are many other uses for citric acid, and realize that the same acid chemical formula for citric acid detergent is also found in our lemons and oranges. Ascorbic acid, C6H8O6, is also known as vitamin C. It is found in many foods, such as oranges. If there is not sufficient vitamin C in our bodies, we can get scurvy or scorbutus. Boric acid has many uses as a weak acid. It can be used as an antiseptic, insecticide, and even as eye wash or acne treatment. Notice that this is only possible because boric acid is a weak acid. If one chose to use sulfuric acid as eye wash, the results would be terrible. Boric acid can be bought as a flame retardant, where it slows and prevents fire from spreading. Other than these common uses, boric acid can also be used in nuclear power plants, where it acts as a neutron poison, slowing the rate of nuclear fission. Stearic acid is a saturated fatty acid. Its chemical formula is C18H36O2. It is a natural acid that is found in vegetable and animal oils. This acid is useful because it is used in the creation of candles, plastics, oil pastels, and cosmetics. Also, it is used to soften soaps and shaving cream. This acid is not dangerous, as it can be even used with sugar or corn syrup in candies as a hardener. Lactic acid, C3H6O3, is found in milk, which has a pH of 4.4 to 6.5 depending on the freshness. Acetic acid is one of the most well-known acids because it is found in vinegar. It has a pH of 2.9 and is used for cooking and sometimes for the development of photographic film. Its chemical formula is CH3COOH. Sulfuric acid, or H2SO4, is commonly used in lead-acid batteries and has a pH of 0.3, making it extremely acidic. It can also be used to process ores and manufacture fertilizer. Every time you drink a soft drink, you are taking in carbonic acid, or H2CO3. The acidic properties of carbonic acid are probably responsible for the cleaning of the tarnished penny if you've ever tried the experiment. Hydrochloric acid is found in our stomachs for digestion. However, it can be a very powerful acid that can be used for cleaning, leather processing, and swimming pool maintenance. Nitric acid, HNO3, is an interesting acid that has many uses in familiar products. The main use of nitric acid is to make fertilizers. However, it can also be used to etch metals and create explosives. This useful acid has many other uses, such as the aging of wood and the oxidizing of rocket fuels. As you can see, there are many acids in products such as car batteries, fertilizer, and even soft drinks. However, acids are dangerous and should not be handled directly. Improper usage could lead to the death or deterioration of the environment. Acids should be handled with care and if we want to harness their abilities. Now on to bases. Magnesium hydroxide is a base that is called milk of magnesia due to its white appearance. It is present in many antacids and laxatives found in stores. It can also be found in some deodorants and heartburn relievers. Overdose of magnesium hydroxide is dangerous, not only because it is a laxative, but also because it interferes with the absorption of folic acid and iron. Caustic soda or sodium hydroxide is an extremely basic substance that has many uses. It can be used as a cleaning agent or paper making. Surprisingly, although it has a pH of almost 14, making it extremely basic, it can also be used for food preparation. Sodium hydroxide can be used to chemically wash and peel fruits and vegetables. It is also used to process cocoa into chocolate. This is surprising because misuse of sodium hydroxide can cause chemical burns and injury to the tissue and the eyes. A common household product with this base is oven cleaner. Calcium carbonate is a base with two very useful benefits. It is common in rocks and the shells of marine organisms, and it can be purchased as a calcium supplement or an antacid. Antacids temporarily lower the pH in the digestive system to relieve any pain or discomfort. Again, acids and bases need to be handled properly, as excessive consumption of these antacids or calcium supplements is hazardous to our health. Ammonia, NH3, can also be used as a fertilizer just like nitric acid, although ammonia is a base. It is also commonly used as a window cleaner or surface cleaner. Other than these two familiar uses of ammonia, it can also be used for fuel in X-15 planes such as in World War II. Now for the most known base that I'm sure you've heard and seen around the house. Sodium bicarbonate is also known as baking soda. Baking soda has many uses, whether they be advertised or not. Sodium bicarbonate can be left in the fridge as a freshener. It can even be used in cooking where it causes dough to rise. Medically, sodium bicarbonate can be found in some antacids to treat indigestion and heartburn. It can also be used for cleaning, washing tarnish off silver, and it can even be used to put out small kitchen fires. Because of the many uses of these bases, it is no wonder that we come across them almost every day of our lives. Soap, toothpaste, and shampoo are basic. Like acids, bases can be extremely dangerous. As mentioned before, sodium hydroxide can cause permanent tissue damage to animals or humans. It can even corrode easily through metals such as aluminum. The Canadian government authorities are watching out for improper uses of acids and bases. For example, an Indian culinary book specified the use of mustard oil, which contains oleic acid, linoleic acid, and uracil acid. Government authorities in Canada, the US, and Europe warn people not to consume this oil because of uracil acid. This acid, C22H42O2, causes nutritional deficiencies and cardiac lesions in animals. In other parts of the world, however, mustard oil is still used because of its distinctive taste. This goes to show that acids can be dangerous, and the government authorities are looking out for us. The disposal of these acidic and basic everyday products vary. For example, lemons, like citric acid, can be disposed of easily with no harm of the environment. However, sulfuric acid in car batteries must be handled with care, since it poses a threat to the environment if disposed of improperly. When these strong acids or bases, such as bleach, sulfuric acid, or caustic soda, are disposed of improperly, the health and safety of people and nature are put at risk due to their extreme properties. In conclusion, acids and bases are everywhere. We use products every day that contain acids and bases. Pepto-Bismol, Windex, Toilet Duck, even Sunny D. These all contain acids. The properties of these acidic and basic solutions are not only found in familiar products, but they also allow us to complete tasks. These tasks include the etching of metals and glass, and the flight of fighter planes. As you can see, acids and bases are very useful, and without them, we would not have many useful products. At the same time, acids and bases are dangerous to our health and the environment. Acid rain is a result of improper disposal of acids in our ecosystem. In order to fix this, Canada's government needs to introduce stricter laws focusing on the handling of acids in industries. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and the next time you're eating an orange, think to yourself, this stuff can be used in laundry detergent.